Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. And you already know, back on top of this Dolph situation. Now, Cornelius and Straight Drop were in court yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? I watched a little bit of the situation with them in court, and I figured I'd hop in and give my take on it. Now, one thing that I did notice, one thing that I noticed is how this judge is talking to these two suspects. You understand? Because it's still allegedly that they are the shooters. This has not been proven in court yet, so the allegedly word has to be used, right? Now, the judge was not just talking towards them, he was talking at them. If you notice, the judge was not really playing any games. He wasn't leaving any room for error when he was talking to these suspects. You understand? And I noticed that. If you ever been in court, sometimes you have judges, they feel a little empathy for you. They talk to you and they want to see what you want to do and they want to figure things out, and it's a little bit lighter. This particular judge, you understand now, again, this judge was not the first judge on the case. Word is they switched judge. He was stern with the question, and he was stern with everything, with the process. You understand? And I noticed that. That's going to be very pivotal in this case. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to be very pivotal. He wasn't taking any shortcuts with him. He was asking him straight, direct questions. Hey, when are you going to have a lawyer? Do you have a lawyer? How long is it going to take before you get a lawyer? You understand? Even he asked him, when do you want to come back to court? How long? When do you want to come back to court? Because I can't have you sitting that long without a lawyer. It's against the law and it violates your civil rights. And he was just very direct and stern with his questioning, and the way he was speaking to them. And that just let me know that this judge is not going to play with these guys. They are definitely going to take the fall. You understand what I'm saying? If it's enough evidence or not, they are taking the fall. Now, you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We coming from multiple different angles. Multiple different angles. You understand what I'm saying? And, that segues me into my next angle. And one thing that I learned about this case and is really eye-opening to me is that Dolph was already a hometown hero in Memphis. You understand what I'm saying? He already was looked at as a hometown hero in Memphis. Now, I'm talking about while he was alive, the moves he was making. You understand? The influence over the youth. You understand what I'm saying? People already looked at Dolph as a hometown hero. But I'm an old head. I'm an 80s baby. You feel what I'm saying? Literally, I was born in the 19th century. I know you youngins, y'all don't know anything about that. But I was born 1983. You feel what I'm saying? I'm an OG. And when I was coming up, a very prominent and famous rapper by the name of Biggie Smalls said something that burned into my memory. You understand what I'm saying? And he said, you're nobody until somebody kills you. Let me say that one more time. He said, you are nobody till somebody kills you. And, that statement stands strong and firm, and it's etched in my memory bank. You feel what I'm saying? So Dolph was already famous. He was already big. He was already a hometown hero. But with this murder, with him being killed, just catapulted him into legendary status. You understand? He is now in legendary status. And you got to understand something. They're not going to let this ride. They're not going to let this slide. You know what I'm saying? Now, how does this connect to the higher ups in the elites? How does this connect to the higher ups in the elites? You know what I mean? You already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV, man. It's multiple different angles. It's multiple different angles. And I'm not going to make this a long one. But I told you, it's always going to be a fall guy. It's always going to be a fall guy or two or three. You understand? And, where we are right now is that straight drop in the Cornelius. They don't have lawyers. The judge asked them, hey, when are you going to have a lawyer? Do you have a lawyer? They both said, no, we don't have lawyers. The judge said, when are you going to have a lawyer? Cornelius said a week and a half. Straight drop, he said a week. You understand what I'm saying? And that let me know that is a red flag. That is a high sign. You understand what I'm saying? That these guys are going to be the two that are left out to dry. Sometimes you have higher ups that are willing to put the money up and they get spooked. You understand? They might not have covered their tracks that clear, that good, and they'll put the money up. Something like the Nipsey Hussle case, when somebody put up $75,000 and paid for the lawyer for Eric Holder. This is not the same situation. I told you, this one just feels different. This one it just feels different. The energy is way different than the Nipsey Hussle situation. And these two are going to be left out to dry. These two don't have a lawyer. They have their families looking for lawyers. They obviously don't have the money right now for a lawyer. So all that capping on these videos, all that talking, these raps, and you ain't even got a lawyer yet. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this could play good or it can play bad. You understand what I'm saying? And you already know, man, multiple different angles. We coming from multiple different angles. So if they don't have a lawyer, you understand, like Yo Gotti said he was going to do, or his lawyer, all that he was talking. You understand? They have been left out to dry. So either they're going to, take the fall, go in there with a public defender. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, it's nobody that's going to touch this case, being as though Dolph was loved, highly respected, and it was a hometown hero. And now with his murder, catapulted and sent into legendary status. Nobody with any credentials, nobody with any dignity is going to touch this case when it comes to the lawyer. So they're going to end up probably with some public defender. You understand? So either they're going to take the fall, take the public defender, get life, possibly the death penalty, or they're going to do what I've said they was going to do. Somebody is going to talk. Somebody is going to expose who dropped the bag. Somebody is going to give it up, because you got to understand, man, none of these youngins are solid. None of these youngins going to stay down all the way to the end. You understand what I'm saying? So either one, they're going to take the fall, take the 100 years, or two, they're going to go in that room. They're going to take the cheese, take the cookies, take the soda. You understand what I'm saying? Take the chips. We all seen the first 48. We all know how it goes in those interrogation rooms. And somebody's going to spill the beans, man. Somebody's going to drop the bag. Somebody's going to give up the information. And if that happens, we're one step closer to the higher ups and two steps closer to the elites. You understand what I'm saying? But, with this situation, man, it's just one step at a time. I told you, I'm going to definitely tap in every step of the way. Every step of the way, I'm going to tap in. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to wait and see. They pushed it back a week. So they should be back in court within a week. They should either have a lawyer or they get public defenders. But again, the judge was very stern that if you come back here and you don't have a lawyer, he's going to appoint a public defender and we're going to proceed. You understand? So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man Business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottle. Straight, raw, pure, uncut. Nothing stepped on, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing and we ain't dressing nothing up. We giving it to you straight raw. Straight raw. And first and foremost, the judge is very stern. This new judge is not going to play. He's not going to play. He's going to get straight to the point. I almost feel like he was a young Dolph fan and he listened to his music because he's going to get justice. He's going to get justice. Secondly, these guys don't have money for a lawyer. You know, all that, my family's taking care of the lawyer. We all heard that before. That only comes from people who don't have the lawyer yet, who don't have the money for the lawyer. You understand what I'm saying? And he said when he comes back, if you don't have a lawyer, I'm gonna appoint you a public defender. And 3, either they're gonna take the fall, you understand me? Take 100 years or the death penalty, or 2, they're gonna tell. They're gonna expose who dropped the bag. And again, as soon as one of them guys start talking, we are one step closer to the higher ups and the elites. One step closer. You understand what I'm saying? So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Gang.